India will never get destroyed by outsiders, but we Indians are going to destroy it by ourselves. Right now, there are many people at petrol pumps who are stealing petrol using cookers, containers, and even large containers in quantity of 5 to 700 liters. And the worst part is they don't do it because they actually need it. They do it so that they could sell it later at higher prices in the black market. If in future a crisis actually happens in the country, they would sell this petrol to the civilians at much higher prices. This is not a smart move. This is ridiculously the most stupid and dangerous move at the same time a person could do. And as someone has rightly said, that India's greatest enemy is not beyond the borders but within. In this video, I'll explain you how this entire system works, why petrol is being stolen, where it is being sold, and why this could turn into a serious national crisis in future. Now let's understand how this black market system actually works. Step number one is creating panic. The moment people hear about a possible shortage of petrol, they rush towards the petrol pump. Step number two is hoarding. Now, these people don't just fill their vehicles with petrol but actually start to steal it openly. They store the petrol in large containers in much large quantity than you could imagine right now. And then they keep this petrol with themselves in open containers. This is a very risky and dangerous move. I'll explain it to you later in the video. Now, what do they do? They wait. They wait for a future in which the supply actually gets tightened or the prices of petrol gets high. They would sell it in the black market. Why would they sell the petrol to the black market, and who are the people who are actually going to buy it? People who are actually desperate. Maybe long queues at the petrol pump, maybe the petrol pumps run dry, or late night emergencies, whatever the reason be. These people are going to buy this petrol in the black market only because they would have no option left. And these hoarders would sell it to the civilians at 2x or even 3x higher prices. So understand this clearly. Shortage creates panic. Panic creates hoarders. Hoarders creates black market, and black market make the situation and the shortage even worse. Now let's come to the main question that you're probably thinking about. Why is India exactly so sensitive about this situation? Well, the true answer is that we are not self-sufficient in this sector. In fact, India imports 85% of its oil. So if any global tensions rise, especially in the Middle East, the supply would become uncertain. And if that actually happens, we would have emergency reserve only lasting to 70 to 80 days. And that's it. So even a small global disruption and panic would be created in our country. And when panic would be created, this entire system that I actually explained to you earlier would accelerate even more. Now let's come to the most ignored part, the actual science involved in this whole process. People would be thinking that what's so wrong in storing petrol with themselves? You are not storing the petrol, you are actually losing it. See, guys, petrol is highly volatile. If you store it in open containers, it would start evaporating immediately in a matter of minutes. And the worst part is that you won't be able to store it no matter what you do. That basically means the portion that you literally stored with yourself in the open container would literally start disappearing into the air, and you won't be able to stop it. And the layer of petrol would be created near the ground, and the worst part is that it would be really highly flammable. One switch, one small spark, or even one matchstick, and it can cause a fire large enough to not just destroy your house but your entire surroundings. So you are not saving petrol. You are creating a potential explosion. And if you think right now that petrol is the only problem in India, then you are probably wrong. Because LPG black marketing has even raised the bar too high, and it's become more dangerous and even made the situation even worse. Now let me tell you how this entire system actually works. People again collect these cylinders illegally. This obviously creates artificial shortage in the market. They sell it in the black market at higher prices to the people who are desperate. But here comes the most important part. They even, in some cases, refill the cylinders manually in very unsafe setups. It can literally cause a blast. Think about it. It's so risky move that LPG is already under high pressure. And you are not just risking your life, but you're risking other people's lives for just your own damn profit. So let me be very clear at this point now. These are not just some smart hacks, but these are much more than we should state as crimes. Under Indian laws, hoarding such essential commodities can lead to years of jail. Illegal handling, black marketing, storing petrol illegally can put you behind bars immediately. So the idea of everyone is doing this, so I can do it too, is not just risky, it's the most stupid and dangerous move that you can do, right? Now understand the bigger damage, okay? When people hoard fuel, the supply in the market drops faster and the artificial shortage is also created. Prices increase, transport cost increase, and the food prices also increase, and thus inflation rises. So even a selfish decision at an individual level can lead into a national level problem. This is exactly the way economies also get disturbed, not just by war but also the behavior of the citizens. So what can actually fix this? At the individual level, I would say use fuel wisely, avoid unnecessary trips for now, carpool when possible. Small actions taken by millions can create a difference. And at the government level, I would say we should increase the fuel reserves, improve our even infrastructure so that dependency reduces, invest more in renewable energy, and most importantly, control panic before it actually spreads. Now listen to the final point. Somewhere in the Arabian Sea right now, Indian forces and Navy are the ones who are actually dealing with real pressure, real threats, and real risks. They are right now in one of the most dangerous routes on the planet to just make sure that oil reaches our country safe. And here we some Indians are shamelessly fighting over that particular petrol, storing it in large containers and selling it in the black market. Do you realize how selfish that actually is? On the other side, Indian forces are the actually ones who want that the system should be running, and here we are, who are slowly collapsing and destroying that system. So this is not just about fuel, this is about mindset also. The real question is not that will a fuel crisis would be created in our country, but the real question is that will we create one for ourselves? These decisions are not taken by the people who are outside the borders, but even from within. Basically, one unnecessary field trip or even a little you hoard, we will be one step further to create a crisis in our country by ourselves and steal that particular petrol from someone who might actually need it in the future. So ask yourselves, do you want to be a part of the solution or the problem? And tell me in the comments how much you like the video and subscribe to this channel for more such content.